Welcome everybody to the 2023 parade as a part of the Spring Fest in the Burg. Of course, Spring Fest in the Burg has been happening all weekend long, but the marquee part of this is the wonderful parade that I know many of you at home have been a part of for years, and we are truly excited that you have tuned in. I should introduce myself. My name is Tej Joshi. I'll be leading you through the parade this morning. If you know me, you might recognize me from Good Day Dames, the TV show I host here at Fox 45. But that's not what's important right now. What's important is the community today. I want to make sure we tell you a little bit about this parade before we get started here in just a second. The theme this year is Let's Glow Miamisburg, and you're going to see many of our floats this year are actually themed with that idea of Let's Glow Miamisburg. Before we get started as well, I do want to mention that we're going to be giving out some awards this year. Our judges this year are Grand Marshal Jane Dotson, who you'll see in just a little bit, along with Montgomery County Treasurer John McManus, who you will also see in just a little bit. The biggest people we've got to thank before we get started are Devin Douglas, Dan Douglas, and Brandy Schneider. They are the co-chairs of this year's event. So without further ado, we are going to get started with the parade as they're coming down the street on Central Avenue here in downtown Miamisburg in just a second. Hello everybody and welcome to the 2023 Spring Fest in the Burg. We are glad you are watching this wonderful parade. Things are just now underway. Of course, I am Tej Joshi, gonna walk you through all the wonderful things happening today. Here are what we're seeing right now. We are seeing the very beginning of the parade. Some of our chairs. We have Devin Douglas and Dan Douglas along with Brandy Schneider. They are heading into their third annual Spring Fest. They are excited to share everything with the community. We also saw some wonderful folks from the Miamisburg Police Department just come through a second ago. And I also do want to tell you about what we are seeing right now. That is the American Legion Honor Guard and Bus. That's a joint venture between the American Legion Post 165 in Miamisburg and the American Legion Post 598 in Kettering and the VFW Post 3438 over in West Carrollton. We are also seeing our Grand Marshal come through the parade right now. This year, our Grand Marshal is Jane Dotson, the owner of Jane's on Main in downtown Miamisburg. Jane has been contributing a member of the Miamisburg community for over 20 years. She's passionate about the local community and an active member of the MMA. We're seeing several members of the City Council coming through now, including Mayor Michelle Collins, completing her first term in office later this year. We also see Vice Mayor Jeff Nestor, Steve Beachler, Ryan Colvin, Mike McCabe, Tom Nicholas, and John Stadler. Coming through right now on your screen is a fun float from the team over at the Parks and Rec, Miamisburg Parks and Rec. They are really filling our theme this year of Glow Up because they're showing you just a little tidbit of all the fun things coming to Riverfront Park over in downtown Miamisburg coming soon. That is the float that you are seeing on your screen right now. Look at that nice shining glow they've got going on. And like I said, that new Riverfront Park, that is why it's under construction right now, why we've changed the parade route slightly this year, but it's all for a long, great cause. All right, entering your screen right now on the right side of your screen is Montgomery County Auditor Carl Keith, named Ohio's Outstanding County Auditor in 2012. Carl received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Ohio Government Finance Officers Association back in 2016. He's a lifetime member of the NAACP and was awarded the Dayton Realtors 2020 Fair Housing Award. Next up, we see Montgomery County Treasurer John McManus. He is walking through the parade with some of his friends. Of course, John McManus, also one of our judges in this year's parade. He is the 28th Treasurer of Montgomery County. He was elected over in 2020. The Montgomery County Treasurer serves as the county's banker, chief investment officer, and property tax collector. Property taxes are collected to fund schools, parks, libraries, human services, and so much more. We are seeing now some folks from Montgomery County Clerk of Courts, Mike Foley. Mike Foley is your Montgomery County Clerk of Courts. After coming into office in 2018, Clerk Foley put an emphasis on customer service. That is what we just saw come through now. And of course, What we are looking at right now is a fun piece from the Miamisburg Historical Society. This was manufactured, this vehicle, what you're seeing right now, in 1909 by the Enterprise Buggy Company in Miamisburg. This buggy was donated to the Miamisburg Historical Society by the Hoddle family. Patty Weidel and Judy Worstel are riding in the buggy today. We're also seeing Minerva Lodge number 98. Minerva Lodge number 98, Free and Accepted Masons, was initially chartered in January of 1829, making it the oldest organization in Miamisburg. Before that, Masons in the area met at the lodge in Franklin. Coming through now, we are seeing some folks from Vicky Joe Dance Studio. Vicky Joe Dance Studio has been serving the Miamisburg community and surrounding cities for 65 years. Look at all those dancers. They are waving to everybody right now. They got a whole big crew. Like I said, they've been serving the Miamisburg community for 65 years. Studio is growing each year, and you can see the future is bright for them. Look at all the young people. They've got a part of their studio. They're offering a dance camp throughout the summer. Registration is now open. Wow, I wasn't kidding. The team of this dance studio keeps going. We got a big collection of future and current dancers here right now. Some fun stuff we're seeing from the Vicky Joe Dance Studio. Look at waving, they're having a good time. I am liking what we're seeing. They got a big crew together for this, and what a cool car. The next vehicle you are seeing is a historic fire truck, initially used by the city of Wilmington, Ohio, until 1949 from originally the year 1927. My Township Station Number 1 Association purchased the parade truck from the 1950s until 1977. What a cool vehicle, and I am truly impressed that it is still running today. Going up next on the parade route, and by the way, you can now see us. Hello, friends. We are going to be giving you more details of the parade. Coming up next, as you are seeing on your screens now, is going to be the faithandfriendsradio.com. Riding in the Faith and Friends radio truck are Bill Nance and Melody Morris, co-hosts of the New Day Morning Show from 6 to 9 on faithandfriendsradio.com, an internet-based radio station with current and classic contemporary Christian music. The banner is reminding everyone about the 20th Annual Chocolate Festival, Saturday, October 7th at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds Event Center. Of course, next up in our parade is a little bit of the people who are making this broadcast possible right now. We are promoting some community media right here. The Miami Valley Communications Council. Of course, the Miami Valley Communications Council is Miamisburg's public access television center. We welcome the volunteers to help create local video coverage for Miamisburg Parade. I want to thank Evan, who's right in front of us. He is our videographer filming where I am sitting right now. We got a whole great team along with him as well. Next up in our parade is Jeannie Moreland Dancers. Jeannie Moreland Dancers from the Miamisburg and Springboro areas. Ages 3 through 18 perform in areas of ballet, tap, jazz, and lyrical. They are national competition winners and offer recreational and competitive classes. We've got a whole crew of dancers from here. They got a bunch of them waving, and look how adorable they look in their bright pink. Hello to the Jeannie Moreland Dancers. Wow, they got a big crew. They got trucks full of dancers. They are continuing to wave in their best tutus, ballet dare, and all kinds of wonderful pink outfits. I want to remind everybody a little bit about this year's theme because I'm really seeing it right now. This year's theme is Let's Glow Miamisburg. It's a little bit of a reference to the glow up that downtown Miamisburg is seeing right now, but also all the nice shining glowing objects we're seeing in the parade this year as well. I just wanted to mention that the Jeannie Moreland dancers have got some nice shiny outfits on, really contributing to that theme of the Let's Glow Miamisburg. Of course, we saw some younger dancers from that dance studio, but now we're seeing some of the older ones as well riding in this vehicle. I believe this will be the last vehicle in the Jeannie Moreland Dancers group, and we've got a bunch more wonderful floats coming through in just a little bit. It is coming up now. Here is what I was mentioning, our next group. This is their 5th year in existence, and they are gonna make me start dancing in my seat right here with their percussion. This is the Emerson Marching Aviators. As I mentioned, this is their 5th year of existence under the direction of Dr. Quentin Jordan Sr. The Marching Aviators have participated in 5 Miamisburg parades. The band consists of 6 to 8th graders who started with little to no experience. We are proud to have represented Emerson Academy, the only Ohio marching band in the National Heritage Academy's charter school family. And as I said, I absolutely love some good drum lines and percussion music. I am going to be wiggling a little bit in my seat right here. And why don't we just take a second to listen in to their live music that they were bringing into downtown Miamisburg. Of course, we all know that Kroger is a staple brand here in the Miami Valley, but what you may not know is they are a historic brand as well, and the vehicle you are seeing right now truly represents that. Oh, and look at this. The Kroger team is giving out goodies to everybody in attendance here. That is certainly very exciting stuff. I really like this old school Kroger vibe right here. The Kroger team does want us to say that they are glad to be part of the Miamisburg community and they believe in fresh. Our next group you're seeing right now is Corvette of Troy. Corvette Troy was formed with 10 members in 1967 and there are now currently 101 members, making them one of the largest Corvette clubs in the United States. They participate in festivals across the area, including homecoming parades throughout the year. And look at all these Corvettes coming through. I love this. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Corvette is truly the American sports car. Every Corvette of the modern day is produced in Bowling Green, Kentucky. That is where the Corvette factory is, a Corvette racetrack, and the Corvette Museum, the National U.S. Corvette Museum. These cars look really cool. We got some of the older ones and the newer ones. They look very, very sleek, and I believe we got a couple C8s out here as well, the model of the Corvette that's been out the last few years. I myself have driven one actually a couple times. It's got some good power to it. And oh my, we have a whole row of these Corvettes. This is probably the slowest these Corvette drivers are going to have to drive all day long. Oh, but we do appreciate them revving their engines for us, just showing us a glimpse of the power. Of course, I do want to mention, of course, the Corvette Troy. They've also contributed over $500,000 to Spinda, Bethesda, and other charities across the Miami Valley and beyond over the last several years. I just want to see one of these Corvettes transform into Bumblebee from the Transformers. That would be very exciting stuff. We are about halfway through our parade right here, and we're getting a little bit of a wrap on these Corvettes because the next thing coming up after them is what I know a lot of you at home have been waiting to see. I want to introduce my friend, Rob Thicker. He's been sitting next to me all morning. Some of you may have already seen him. He, of course, is with the Antioch Shriners of Dayton, and we're seeing them right behind the Corvette starting to pull up. It's time to back up because here come the unmistakable Antioch Shriners. Now, Rob, you're here for all the details on what we're going to be seeing with the Shriners, right?
Yes. We are so happy here back in Miamisburg again. This is the start of our parade season for this 23 year. And first up will be the parade escort, which signals the start of the Antioch Parade Unison Clubs. The unit is under the leadership of Director Bruce Adamson. The parade escort, like every other unit within the shrine, is owned by individual riders or drivers. They own and maintain their own vehicle, and they parade for the benefit of the shrine and the enjoyment of all of our spectators. This is a Legion of Honor, carrying the insignia of the Shrine Fez. Legion of Honor are veterans from all armed services throughout the United States, obviously. Under the direction of James Taylor, the Antioch Legion of Honor. I'm going to expand on the next unit coming through, which is elongated golf cart. This is the van, which is the Board of Governors of the shrine. The potentate is also the chief or chair is Robert Wagner. Bruce Ballman is chief of band. John Meyer, Sister Raban, Brian Ogletree, High Priest and Prophet, Kevin Smith, Oriental Guide, Treasurer Bob Middlestead, Recorder Kevin Sweeney, the Legion of Honor. Next you see one of our hospital bands.
Rob, help me out. Why are we seeing people who look like inmates right now?
That's from the Bobbies. They are coming up next.
Okay.
Okay. Here they are, the Antioch Bobbies. Dressed in their authentic English Bobby attire. They will amaze you with their skills and techniques to ride their own little scat kitties. Bringing up the rear of the Bobbies is the antique paddy wagon. This is a 1926 Rio, and yes, they have caught their men. If you look inside the back of the paddy wagon as it comes through, you will see that they have their prisoner.
I love this, Rob. And Rob, tell me, the riding of these little bikes, how difficult is that in reality?
They are very difficult to ride. About March every year, they will start practicing at large parking lots, such as University of Dayton Arena, and they will practice once a week.
Have you done it yourself?
I have done it myself, and it takes practice to learn how to ride these things.
They got a couple of their prisoners back.
They have their prisoner. They're good for the rest of the parade now. The Kentucky Colonels, under the direction of Joe Thorpe. You will see them at all shrine functions with a smile, greeting you at the door. Check out this next one, the Drift Squad, under the direction of Brian Hayer. This vehicle is the newest section of in the Antioch Shrine lineup. They will skid and squeal the tires as they go through the parade route. Antioch Car Club. We saw the Antioch Corvette Cub come through earlier, or not the Antioch.
Corvette Troy.
That's right, Corvette Troy come through earlier. This is the Antioch Car Club. They not only have Corvettes, but they have other vehicles. Antioch Car Club is under the direction of David Stamper. The real purpose of the shrine is to have fun. The shrine is a Masonic organization.
And I understand there's also a big nonprofit angle as well, right? Charity.
Right. Well, and the main focus is to raise money for the hospitals, the shrine hospitals. I was informed as of yesterday, for years, the shrine system, which is centered in Tampa, Florida, Shrine International had 22 hospitals treating children of any race, religion, or color. And this is provided totally free for any of the participants who cannot afford to pay for it. As of yesterday, I was informed that Shrine 22 hospitals has now grown to 40 facilities. Some of these are out care. The Shrine system is changing.
And we even have some of those facilities right here in the Miami Valley.
Yes, we have the Shrine Hospital, which is located inside the Dayton Children's Hospital, right here in Dayton area, so yes.
Who are these fun riders we've got right here?
Now we have the Motor Corps up in front, under the direction of Gary Shiflett. The Motor Corps consists of 3 different units. The Motorcycle Group, which is primarily Harleys, both 2-wheel and 3-wheel. The Doom Buggy Group, and then the Specialty Group. The Specialty Group includes Snoopy, Uncle Sam, and the Green Hornet. The Doom Buggies, you will see one going through now, have musical horns, and they are built on cut-down Volkswagen chassis.
I can say I've actually tried sitting in one of these vehicles one time. One of your fellow Shriners tried to help me out with a fun segment on our TV show, and it's harder than it looks.
Oh yes, it's getting next up on the line, and I request that all mothers pull their kids back, because here they are, the Mini Indies. These are miniature Indianapolis race car productions. Many of the cars are painted and insignia of past Indianapolis drivers under the direction of Eric Bull, who is a 3rd-generation Shriner. Antioch Mini Indies. Antioch Funsters. Under the direction of Virgil Neal, cartoon characters providing joy and entertainment to all of the spectators with us today. And last but not least is the Calliope from Antioch, an 85-year-old pipe organ, 40-note keyboard. Antioch Calliope. The Provost Guard under the direction of Herb Ryder.
I've got to say, that was a wonderful presentation by the Antioch Shriners. That about does it for them. Rob, if you don't mind to stick around for the next couple, I just want to show you, we got Plum Crazy next from the Plum Crazy Plumbing team. They, of course, are the Plum Crazy Plumbing and Drains 10U baseball team. Plum Crazy Plumbing and Drains was founded in 2014. They specialize in drain cleaning, and look at those young baseball players. They got a whole Mario-themed float. We absolutely love to see it. And of course, they're giving out, what are they giving out? They're giving out something to the spectators here as well. Candy is a
Candy, yes.
Yeah. I'm surprised those young kids haven't taken the candy all for themselves yet. I do like this float a lot, especially it clearly takes some creativity. We've seen some floats this year that have really upped their game and the amount of effort it took, and I want to say these kids have really done a great job, and they've on brand here. The next thing we are seeing is SRM Concrete. SRM Concrete is based out of Nashville, Tennessee. They've acquired several concrete companies since 2017 in Ohio. They are located at 9151 Township Park Drive over in Germantown. And yeah, they brought one of the big concrete vehicles here with us today. It is pretty fun. And they got a whole family affair here. They got little ones out in front of them as well. Coming up right behind them is a local Boy Scout troop. It is Boy Scout Troop 103. They're coming up right behind this SRM concrete vehicle.
We've talked earlier about the theme of this year's parade,
yes,
being the glow of Miamisburg, yes. Okay? And you mentioned earlier that the uniforms, the spectacular colors of the vehicles, all shiny and sparkly. I have noticed that the glow on the individual faces of the participants in the parade is amazing, isn't it?
And part of that is because we have a wonderful weather day this morning. We got to be thankful for that.
Yes, yeah. Mother Nature opened up for us today.
And we're even seeing a glow off the mirror of the Plum Crazy vehicle right now. I think everything has lined up real well, and yeah, it's a wonderful morning. If you are watching at home right now and you've not made your way out to downtown Miamisburg yet, I understand the parade can cause some traffic and parking issues, but come join us later in the day, definitely. Veterans Memorial Park in downtown Miamisburg on Central Avenue is the place to be for all the festivities. Here again is the Boy Scout troop I mentioned. Of course, it is the Boy Scout Troop 103. I'm seeing some Boy Scouts and some of the younger, potentially Cub Scouts here as well. They've been serving the community, this Boy Scout troop, for nearly 33 years. Troop 103 meets at St. James Methodist Church on Monday night. They have monthly scouting activities, including camping and hiking. They pride themselves on being a scout-led troop, and I do want to say, I was a Boy Scout myself growing up, an Eagle Scout myself, and one of my favorite things to do was go marching in parades and, you know, just being a part of the community. And when you're a little kid and yeah, you get to carry the flag, it's heavier than it looks, and you never know, some of these scouts might be exactly the type of people who grew up to become Antioch Shriners.
They probably will, yes. Many of them. We promote Shrindom and basically from young ages such as this. And the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, as they're growing up, learn to give back to the community.
And I should mention that I said it was Boy Scout Troop 103. The Cub Scout packs we are seeing are Cub Scout Pack 402 and 248, and those are some of the little ones you are seeing right there. Of course, they're waving to the camera right now. We want to thank the Scouts for marching with us. And like, I'm not kidding. Those flags, when you're maybe 10, 9 years old, they're a lot heavier than you might think. Our next group is the Children's Performing Arts of Miamisburg, also known as CPAM. They are a nonprofit organization that has been promoting the arts within the Miami Valley since 2010. This year, they have a lot of exciting events going on, including the production of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and they have a summer camp that you can sign your kids up for starting June of 2023. That, of course, is this summer. You can go to their website for more information. And we got a little bit of a backup here in the parade right now. It's probably the Shriners doing all kinds of tricks a little bit ahead of the parade route, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The Shriners do take a little bit section of the parade as they run their formations and do some of their drills. They have a tendency to slow the remaining portion of the parade
Which
down.
I actually happen to love that, because it gives us an opportunity to really get to see each individual, group and parade and float a little bit more. I want to mention a little bit more about some of the groups we are seeing right now. You still see that SRM Concrete and the Boy Scout troops behind them. The Boy Scouts seem like they're having a great time out here, and they did want me to mention that they pride themselves on community service, specifically giving back to the Miamisburg area. And back to that theme of this year of Miamisburg glows. Oh, we are getting some candy right here at our table. Thank you so much to SRM Concrete. They are hooking us up. I did want to mention a little bit about that theme a little bit more here. The Boy Scout troops are doing some of that, but also our next group that I mentioned, that would be the Children's Performing Arts of Miamisburg. You can see some of them are dressed up on theme, including with a Elsa outfit and some other all kinds of fun costumes. And of course, I love the fact that the arts are promoted to young people from an early age. Frozen itself was actually the Broadway level production of it was at the Schuster Center just a couple weeks ago, and that was very exciting stuff. If you want to get your children involved in the arts, live anywhere in the Miami Valley, but specifically here in Miamisburg, there might be a great organization to get linked up with. We've kind of seen them sneaking behind us. We'll get more details as we come on through, but next will be the Dayton Metro Library's Bookmobile. I'll bring you those details exactly what they're doing in a little bit, but first, why don't we say a little bit hello to the audience ourselves. Rob, have you been a part of many parades?
Oh, yes. The Shrine actually completes about 10 to 15 parades per year.
And do you happen to attend most of them yourself?
I do attend most of them myself, yes, yes.
And I want to mention one thing you said. This is the beginning of parade season. So how long does that last?
Normally, our last parade is December 24th, Christmas Eve.
Very exciting stuff.
Or Thanksgiving weekend. It's the Downtown Dayton Children's Christmas Parade.
I want to turn our attention back to the parade as things are now moving once again. I mentioned that Dayton Metro Library Bookmobile is coming through right now. There are so many Dayton Metro Library locations open across the entirety of the Miami Valley. Of course, if you don't already have a library card, go get one. It's a great way to learn and get some free education. The library team once again I mentioned, and of course, Bookmobile visits all kinds of preschools, daycares, and other schools across the area. They want to invite children to be learning and, of course, go treat the library like a true community center. I should mention that actually right now, something that I think is important, right now in the downtown branch of the Dayton Metro Library, they just opened up a traveling exhibit about the Holocaust, and if you haven't checked it out, it's a very moving and special exhibit that is happening right now in downtown branch of the Dayton Metro Library. Next, we have the Miamisburg Lions Club. You were saying them come through. They were just coming through with their float right here, and what you're seeing on your screen right now is actually, I believe, it is indeed. It is the Hay Wagon. A 1948 Paceback tractor owned by Richie Winkler, participates in tractor shows all around Ohio. What you're seeing on your screen right now is a co-ed t-ball team along with a girls softball team. They are coming through right now with some fun pom-poms, and of course, if you want to support a local group of young athletes, this would be a great group to do so with. Next up is ice cream. Oh, Danny's ice cream truck delivering ice cream throughout the years. They got an old school look to them, and I think they are rocking that old school music as well. I think I'm going to go for some ice cream today myself, Rob.
Oh, that'd be a great day. Great treat for the day, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Next up is but my TV station, Dayton 24/7 Now's weather vehicle is coming through the parade right now. We are seeing some wonderful people from our team. Chief Meteorologist Natalie Walters, our evening anchor Elise Coulter, they are coming through right now. Next up, you are seeing the Mid-East Performance Association. They're elementary color guard champions. They are what you are seeing on your screen right now. And right in front of them, what we've just got to, that is the Miamisburg Basketball Association. We're kind of merging these two together. Oh, they're giving us some balls to play with as well. The Miamisburg Basketball Association and the Miamisburg Color Guard coming back to back. Thank you. They are doing some fun performances here. I gotta say, I'm always impressed by color guard teams because I can never do quite what they do. They got.
They're amazing.
By the time they've gotten to our point here in the parade where we are seeing them on screen, they must have been performing for almost 30 minutes now. And being in unison and being that young, carrying those heavy flags, truly impressive stuff.
Yes, this is the elementary color guard segment. If you remember earlier at UD Arena, they hosted the National Color Guard.
The WGI Color Guard
yes,
Championships.
Yes.
Yep.
So
that was just about a couple weeks ago, and it's great that we have such a big color guard community here in the Miami Valley. Next up is the Miamisburg Eagles, number 2306 youth baseball team. We are seeing them coming through, representing right now. Of course, it's the Team Canoe 4U T-ball team, so we've got some young athletes right here, and they are really following that glow up theme for right now. The Dayton Dutch Lions, it's a USL2 professional soccer team that's based right here in Miami Valley. They're coming up next. They're walking through right now, and of course, I believe this is the Miamisburg High School and Middle School cheer team under the direction of head coach Kelly Wilbur, Kay Schneck, assistant coaches, and Nicole McDonald, Jenny Towson, Cheryl Wilbur, and Lauren Bates. They've been doing cheers all morning long. We even see a couple of mascots with them here as well. The Miamisburg Vikings, of course, the mascot in question. They're giving out candy too. We've had a lot of groups in the last few groups here giving out candy. And it's not just the middle school and high schoolers. We've got some of the younger ones here as well walking with that cheer team as well. I believe this is the next group we're seeing is the We Vikes, nonprofit Miamisburg Association, We Vikes Football and Cheer Association. Of course, if you got a young one playing football, this is probably the group that they are part of. The We Vikes is part of the Western Ohio Junior Football Conference, is better known as the WOJFC. We're hearing some fun tunes coming up next. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. The next group we're about to see is the Miller and Sons Plumbing, originally fully restored in 1953. The vehicle they're riding right now is a Ford Golden Jubilee tractor owned by Miller & Sons Plumbing. Of course, that's a company based in Miamisburg, Ohio. What a cool old school vehicle right here. The fact that it's been restored from the 1950s.
it is. Look how nice and clean it looks.
But my car doesn't even look that clean. My car's from
No,
the century.
no.
Up next, after them, we've got the St. Jacob bikes. You're already seeing some of them out here. They got all different kinds of bicycles. They've got a unicycle, they've got jugglers, they got old-timey bikes, the big front wheel. They got all kinds of things happening over here. St. Jacob Lutheran Church is the tallest building in the city of Miamisburg. The historic church in the historic town likes to do historic activities like riding historic bicycles, and that's what they're doing right now. Like I mentioned, we see some jugglers on the unicycles as well. That is truly a feat of, I don't know what it's a feat of, but it's a feat of something that I cannot do.
Well, juggling on a unicycle? No, I don't think so. Not for me.
Of course. I mean, this is some.
I wonder
stuff.
how
Oh,
long.
there is our juggler himself. Let's see if he'll start throwing some up there for us. Oh, yep, there he
There
goes.
we go.
That is some cool stuff. Coming up next here is a vehicle from the Star City Car Wash, and we've got some fun people right here in the back of that vehicle waving as well. Of course, Star City Car Wash is the business in question, and they're representing their T-ball team that they are a sponsor of. The T-ball team for Miamisburg baseball, softball, like I said, sponsored by the Star City Car Wash. And for those of you who may not know, Miamisburg, in fact, is the Star City. I think if you're watching this parade, you probably did already know that, but I thought I'd just put it out there. Coming up next, we've got the Girl Scouts. In fact, they are Girl Scouts strong. In Girl Scouts, you can be yourself, make friends, and find adventure. That's exactly what we're seeing some of those girls marching right now doing. And when we talk about that theme of glowing, they got some fun, it looks like, wigs on, and that are nice, bright, glowing themselves.
Oh, I love the way the Girl Scouts sell their cookies each year.
Oh yeah, you got a favorite cookie?
Oh yes, it's the buttercream.
If I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed in not tossing cookies to the audience this year. I guess maybe we should have brought our own. It's probably good for our diets. Of course, I should mention that if you have a young child, especially a young daughter, you want to learn some of those skills of the Girl Scouts spouse, you can join up with the Girl Scouts of the greater Dayton area and find the troop that best fits your girl. What you're seeing next is the A&S presents NBSL 8U Red Robins. They're going to be coming through in just a second. First, you're seeing a little bit more of the Girl Scouts as they are marching through. They got their banner, their flag, and all kinds of fun stuff. This is another team from the Miamisburg Baseball Softball League, sponsored by A&S Party and Events Rentals. They are based over in Franklin, Ohio, as an actual business, but they represent businesses from across the area, or sorry, teams from across the area. Their banner, they says, they got on their flag right now says they are 4-0. I'm not sure if I can verify that claim, but we're going to roll with it. Thank you. Next vehicle you're seeing is from the team over at Onslinger Farms. This is a 1946 Ford truck originally owned by Burl Click of West Carrollton, then purchased by Dan Onslinger of Miamisburg in 1948. Pretty cool vehicle. Like I said, anytime we see these old restored vehicles, it is certainly a cool thing. Next group you're seeing is from the Liberty Baptist Church. Their goal is to be a light in the world, and they believe in spreading the gospel of Christ. You're seeing some folks from their church marching through right now. They got some walkers, and they've even got a vehicle, a van going through as well. Of course, next we got some of our first responders from here in Miami Valley coming through. They've always got their cool vehicles, and I'm glad there were no emergencies they had to tend to this morning, so they can come through the parade. Miami Valley Fire District Fire Engine and Medic Unit, they're coming through now, and these ones always get the kids excited. I've always dreamed about driving one of these vehicles myself. They never let me quite do it, though.
I actually owned a 1953 fire engine, Chevy, and I bought it as an antique from Beaver Creek and restored it and had it in the parades many years. But it was a fun vehicle to drive, and it was great fun.
I gotta say, I love it when they lift up their big ladders and let the kids climb up.
Yes,
That's
yes,
always a fun
yes.
sight. And I think, can't confirm this, there might be some of that happening when the parade ends over in Veterans Memorial Park. Can't say that with certainty, but if you're watching at home and you think the kids would enjoy that, maybe head over to Veterans Memorial Park to check that out. We are wrapping up the parade here just a little bit. We got a few more coming through right here. People are waving, some of the organizers of the parade themselves. They got their fancy golf carts as they are coming through here. And we have a few more vehicles. And then I believe First Street will be reopening to traffic. Actually, we're seeing some of that traffic coming through right now. A couple people we want to thank to make this parade happen. Of course, Rob, I'm glad you were able to come here and bring your whole team of Antioch Shriners, because you guys bring the true fun to the parade. I want to thank, I don't know if you guys saw, but we got all kinds of candy and fun things dropped off to us throughout the parade route itself. I do want to thank the Miamisburg Police Department. They provided a lot of the lead in closing down roads and parking, everything that actually kept this parade safe and organized. We'd also like to thank our organizers for Spring Fest. That's going to be Devin Douglas and Dan Douglas, and also Brandon Schneider, Maddie Faith, Heather Matthews, Rhonda Vision, and Mandy Baker. We appreciate all the groups that marched in this year's parade. Thanks to Eric Flasher, Aaron John Jessica, and Sonia Umbra, Heather Matthews again, Rhonda Vision, Paul Schultz, and so many other people that have helped make this possible. I've got it right here in my script to thank myself. I'm not going to quite do that, but I do want to thank the team for allowing me to be a part of this. And Rob, thank you again.
Thank you. It was great to be here again, and we thank the city of Miamisburg for inviting the Shrine back. We hope to be back next year. You mentioned the police department. They're doing a great job of, and the street department of opening up these streets so you can come back down to this year's festival.
Of course, just a few last things I do want to say. The parade is the marquee event of this show, but Miamisburg Spring Fest happens all weekend long. There's so many more festivities that you can attend, be a part of if you would like to be. So come down to downtown Miamisburg. The parade is now over, but we are so glad that we got to be a part of it. I do have it here to mention one more time that we changed the parade route a little bit because of the construction happening to Riverfront Park this year. Hopefully, by this time next year, that'll be done. We'll change the parade route again next year and showcase the brand new park that is under construction right now. I think it is about time for us to sign off as the parade is over. I want to thank Rob one more time. You had a good time with us today.
Had a great time. Thank you for inviting us back, and we hope to be back again next year.
Of course, my name is Tej Joshi. If you want to catch me regularly, I am the host of Good Day Dayton over on 22 Fox 45. I host one of our morning shows. I'm on the news all the time, reporting on fun things across the Miami Valley. But for right now, we're going to wrap things up here. Thank you to the whole team that made this broadcast possible. I know our cameraman's name, Evan, right here is the one filming us right now. Thank you, Evan. I know he's a high schooler, and we appreciate the time of his schedule coming out here. Signing off from the parade. We will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Come down here to downtown Miamisburg.